Evelyn to Philip, July 4th, 1944. Dearest Phil, I ended off yesterday's letter so abruptly that I completely forgot to mention that I had received 2 letters from you that day, along with a nice letter from Ruth. They were yours of the 23rd and 27th June, both very sweet, and I assure you, as always, that it is a great pleasure for me when I receive mail from you, darling. Today, Petey made one snap of Adele, and if it turns out as well as I hope it will, it ought to be a beauty. One of the kids down the way has a miniature beach chair, which we placed in the center of the driveway. Adele sat down and crossed her legs, following our directions, and that is the snap. Sure do hope it comes out as good as it looked to us. I meant to tell you, Adele will certainly have to have a room of her own when you come back. That kid understands too much already. Goldie nurses baby, and naturally Adele is all eyes. Even Adele wants to nurse when offered. She remembers everything too. This afternoon at 5 we presented the following picture. I had bathed Adele and showered myself before 5, and we both lay on the big bed, me in the nude 'cause it's very warm, and Adele in a thin nightie. She's very inquisitive, if you know what I mean, and I think you know what I mean. Adele knows enough now to say Daddy, home, meaning that Daddy should come home. Adele calls Mom Nan Mom, which isn't at all bad. Petey says Adele is the smartest kid in the whole driveway. She calls him Peep, and he loves her as if she were his very own. She is so attached to both Sarah and Petey. One might easily, page 2, say they were her real aunt and uncle. I like to think of them that way, because they have been exceptionally wonderful to her. Tonight at dinner, I said Pepsi. I had asked Mom for some, and immediately Adele followed suit by asking for Passy. That clipping you enclosed of someone named Mazer is not one of the Mazers from our neighborhood. I believe they spell their name with an S. Last night, Em and I went across the street to visit her girlfriend, Jeanette. I don't know if you know who I mean. However, this girl's brother is missing in action as of D-Day, and Em just had to pay her respects, so to speak. The fellow is just 22 and has been married a year. He was in an anti-aircraft outfit and had been overseas since early March. I suppose you're wondering what I'm doing on the 4th. Nothing, honey, except the usual routine. I've been very busy the whole 4 days I had off, and I accomplished all those little things that had to be done. The news continues wonderful, except, of course, for the repeated talk of the robots, which seems to be a regular nuisance. I can't even imagine circumstances that would get you home for Adele's 2nd birthday, and certainly no better than to build a dream about that. If you think it's possible, you must have a good reason for it. Nevertheless, my original statement that I wouldn't see you till 45 still goes. You requested a pipe in one of your letters, and Harry tells me that he will get it for you. If he doesn't get it within the next few days, I'll get it myself. I'm going to ready a package for shipment this evening, honey, and will try to mail it off tomorrow before going to work. I have to stop at the bank, too, to cash my check. Adele's legs look better and better as the days go by, and I've definitely decided not to look into the matter until the fall, if it is not entirely, page 3, corrected by then. I've called about getting her white shoes, and they tell me some are expected about the 10th of this month. I'll chase right down as soon as they come in. Adele's bruises have practically disappeared, and everything seems to be hunky-dory once more. Harry took himself off to Delaware Park today for the day. Diana is picking up weight and looks better. She is the image of Harry. I don't think she resembles Adele at all, but you never can tell. Diana is much darker than Adele, both skin and hair, and her features are entirely different. Of one thing I'm sure, she has Harry's nose. She's been crying a lot in the past few days, and it sets me to thinking of how Adele acted at her age. I don't think Adele cried half as much as Diana does, but the hot weather may be more the cause of that than anything. The Fromers are going down the shore on July 7th for the summer. They always ask about you, and I give them all the news I can. Phil, I'd like so much to say Phil and have you answer me. Tomorrow will be exactly 11 months since we've seen each other. A year from today, I hope we shall be sitting close together, reading what I am writing this day. For a moment, I burn with impatience, but then I relax just as suddenly, realizing that many more days will have to pass before I see you again. Dearest, when I do get onto the subject of money, I never do lose sight of those other more important things you always speak about. If I never realized them as so important before, I certainly do now. We both have profited. I hope that goes for both. Page 4 of us, from our long separation, and I look forward to our days together being absolutely perfect. As perfect as we always imagined them to be. My love for you has grown steadily stronger and stronger, until at times I feel that if I love you anymore, I'll perish from sweet delirium. I'm filled to overflowing, sweet, and wish very much that I could pull you into my arms and tell as well as show you the love of your Ev. Philip to Evelyn, 4 July 1944. Ev, darling, here it is the 4th of July, and I'm still waiting to celebrate. I was hoping I'd have that most anxiously looked for jackpot to celebrate, but no such luck, not a solitary letter. I've been busy all day with soldiers' deposits, PTTs, etc. I thought I might go to town tonight, but the weather continues threatening, and I decided to stay in again. Did I say I'd see you in my dreams last night, Chippy? Well, sure enough, I did. Yeah, man. But I don't remember that you had a pair of white rayon panties, at least not the ones I saw last night. I remember thinking they were new ones. Yes, ma'am, it was that kind of a dream. And you didn't get away from me. This... Page 2, time. You did all the other times, you know. Maybe that's a good omen, eh, Chippy? Still can't seem to get around to writing Mom's letter, but any day now. Or have I said that before? How is the newest strong-in coming along? How has her addition affected the household? Are any petty aggravations cropping up? What is the general temper of the home? All these are most important, sweet, and I wish you'd tell me, as well as you are able, the answers to these questions. If there is any outspoken dissension, I want to know about it. 2, I want to know how you handle any differences that may have occurred. I earnestly hope there were no such, and that any animosities that may exist are kept well beneath the surface. But the tone of some of your more recent letters gives me the, page 3, uneasy feeling that all is not as it should be. Please let me know what's what in this respect, will you, sweet? That's about all for now, baby. See you tomorrow. My dearest love to you and the pumpkin. My love to all. Don't forget to remember me to the neighbors. Ever, your Phil.